Let's cover some easy Forex strategies for beginners. Although I know there are many people who start off who like to trade in the short time frames, trading on a longer time frame gives you more time to react, and you don't have to be that nimble and quick as a more experienced trader will be in order to get in and out of your trade successfully. For that reason, I've chosen a daily euro dollar US dollar chart, and we're just kind of looking along here in a sideways market, looking for an opportunity to get into a trade. You can see down here, we may be forming things that look like support. Up here, forming things and areas look like resistance, but looking for an opportunity to enter a trade. Another key thing to remember about entering a trade on any time frame and what might suit you best is probably the most important thing, isn't it? Is the risk level. For instance, the risk level between here and here doesn't look that great on the chart, but that's 100 pips. So from here all the way up to here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's 500 pips, and that's a considerable move. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to look for a narrower channel to enter trades. And again, you can create channels on any of these. You can form a channel out of any small grouping of prices. You see we're going down nicely here. Let's see if we can form some support. As you can see, we're going down. In each of these successive levels here, that's the top there, but that high, that high, that high, that high, that high, that high, all those are progressively lower. That's a definite downtrend. Now this is interesting. So we form some support down here. We bounce off this level. And we may say that if we come down and trade through this level, that we could actually be short at that point in time. So let's see how this may pan out for us, or if we get a bar up here that we can find that's still the channel's wide. And the reason you don't want to jump into a channel that wide is because if you're forming a channel, for instance, like say let's do that now. Hold on one moment. Let's draw some horizontal lines here. Okay. Now I've got another horizontal line drawn right at that low. And that actually forms a channel, which you could trade, but take this into consideration. If you're going to sell when it breaks below this low, if we're using this as support, then on the opposite side is your resistance, which many traders commonly use as a stop point for the support sell. So if you break out of here, you use support as your stop. You break out of support, you use this price here as your stop up at resistance. Well, if you look at this, let's see, 200, 400, 600, 800. Okay, so we're talking about 800 pips. That's a huge, huge move. And trading a standard size contract, that would be $8,000 a contract for the euro dollar US dollar. It's unlikely that most of us would have a stop that wide. as beginners. So as you can see, that's a consideration when you're making the trade. Okay, let's see, I'm going to redraw my horizontal line. Hold on one moment. All right, now the horizontal line is where it should be. Let's say you did want to do it this way, and perhaps you were trading mini lots where the 800 pips would be the equivalent of $800 at $1 per pip rather than $10 per pip. You could do that as well. So at this point here, you're short. You're holding good up here. Actually, this is an excellent place to place a stop, because it puts you here at break even, depending upon how much room you want to give it. But we've moved down. So if your methodology says, I want to give it 500 pips of room, or 200 or 100 or whatever it is, then you follow that accordingly. Okay, so some people would look here and look at these successive highs, and they'd place stops based upon this. Others just want to give it all the room in the world. You may look at this and say, okay, I want to place a stop right here at this particular high, 1.32957. Okay, let's say we did place our stop there. And what we look for when we're in a trade is obviously an opportunity to simply just let the profits run, if that's possible for us. See, we have a lot of sideways action here. And here we go. We hit back up through here, and we get stopped out at that level right there. Okay, so we were short from this line all the way down to this line, which gives us right at about 585 pips, which is a nice amount for our troubles. Again, this is just a simple example. I picked data at random in order to illustrate an easy Forex strategy for beginners. Thanks for watching.